welcome everybody to your 2020 Michigan State Professional Disc Golf Championships.
The commentators are myself, Siggy Barrykoven.
And my name's Chris DeRozier, assistant TD of the tournament.
We're out here in the Midland area, Midland, Michigan, roughly. I think Sanford and Freeland are the two cities we are in. And first we have here is Geoff Bennett. He's won the Michigan State Championships about 7 times. Been around for a very long time. And next we have Andrew Marwede, really one of the best players in Michigan. Really came on strong the last 3 or 4 years. He's been killing it.
And here we have Cody Sears with a monster forehand, one of our local pros. And now we have Ben Zorn, who won AM1 for the state championships for the amateurs, and that's how he got his berth into the States.
And then here we have, so this is hole 3 on the original course, but hole 1 for the tournament layout. It is a par 4, about 460 feet. First shot is a technical turnover. You really want to kind of get to the road or over it, and then that opens up the second shot to either a forehand or a turnover for a righty player. It's a tough par 4, and it's even tougher that it's the starting hole. You know, it's always tough when the first hole jitters. You know, you got a really tough one.
Starting the feature card, noon at Sanford Lake Park. Teeing off first, 7-time and current state champion, Geoff Bennett.
So we got Geoff Bennett on the tee here. Not surprisingly, throwing a forehand. He's one of the more famous forehand players of all time in the sport of disc golf. My guess would be he's either throwing a Sexton Firebird or a Talon. Looks to be past the road and just off the fairway. That's a real solid shot. Should have something for his next shot.
Sponsored by Innova Champion Discs, Great Lakes Disc, Tilly's, and Mitten Bags, Andrew Marwede.
Marwede, I'm assuming, also throwing a Sexton Firebird. Probably trying to match Jeff's line. I don't know if you know this, Chris, but Marwede does like his pink shirt. So let's see if
awesome.
let's see if he can do the pink proud as he usually does. Yep, no, solid tee shot from Marwede.
Third on the tee pad. Sponsored by Adams Custom Dies, Cody Sears.
Looks like up next we have Cody Sears, hometown of Saginaw, Michigan.
Yeah, I haven't heard of Cody, but I've also been kind of away from the game a little bit for the last year or so. I hear he has a pretty good forehand, though.
Oh yeah, no, he definitely likes to show us all up locally.
Yeah, it looks like all of them kind of landing in the relatively,
Winner
same
of the
area
2020 Michigan State Amateur Championship in the Advanced Division, Benjamin Zorn.
And up next we got Ben Zorn, Benji.
Yeah, looks like everyone's throwing a forehand. And it makes sense. You really don't want to go left. If you go left, you're really cut
You're
off.
in jail.
Yeah, there's just not much. You're gonna have to get weird with a roller or something if you're on the left side. I think Ben grabbed an early tree there. And often on this course, if you're in the woods, it's almost a good idea just to take your medicine a lot, because the woods are dense here. The lines are really tricky. So you try and go for something from the woods, and you're going to end up paying a couple strokes instead of just a stroke for an errant shot.
Oh yeah, they call it the jungle for a reason.
Yeah, no, it's rightfully named the jungle.
Oh, look like Geoff with a decent upshot.
Yep. What is that? I could not quite make out that disc, but it looked like a good shot. Yeah, all the forehands seem to be right around the same area.
Which I know trying to get a good upshot up to that basket around those trees is pretty hard. That basket's kind of blocked off.
Yeah, Marwede got way up there. Wow. Impressive. A little deep with the upshot. He threw such a high quality tee shot and didn't know how to slow it down. Ben putting for 4. Looks like he missed.
Nice putt.
Geoff with a great putt there.
Cody to save a 3.
Marwede cleaning up light work, doing some light work for birdie there. Looks like 3 birdies on this hole. That's pretty good, I would say. I think on my cards, through the 2 rounds, we had a birdie, I think. So we got hole 4 on the course, hole 2 for the tournament. The par 3 plays more like a par 4. First shot is a real tight shot around the corner to the right. A lot of people are just laying up and trying to get a 3. I don't think many people do this hole, if any. But I haven't looked at all the hole stats though. But would you agree, Cody? It plays more like Chris plays more like a par 4.
Oh, absolutely, because you have to get around that tight first corner in order to get to the drop off to the basket. I mean, that you're looking at 3 shots just to get there to the basket.
Yeah, no, it's real tough. Like I said, most of these players, they're just going to try and pitch one around the corner and just break it down into 2 shots and get their 3. I had Jim Freeze throw a T-bird backhand on this hole on my card the first round, and he actually had about a 20-footer for 2, which I was very impressed by.
Good old Jim Freeze and his T-birds, man, I tell you.
Yeah,
he's
he can throw a T-bird.
Another local pro from Saginaw, I believe.
Oh, yes, sir. Yep, Jim's good, and he's been around for a while. He's one heck of a putter. Looks like Geoff got up there for his 3. Marwede in the woods on the right here. Yeah. That looks pretty. Oh, well, that's only really good, right? Under the basket. Is that good?
Yeah, you can't complain. This is one of those holes where you just like to get in and get out.
Yeah, I mean, you can see, Ben, he's about 2 feet off the fairway, but incredibly pinched. And, if he's in there a little more, then he's looking at a pitch out. It's very, very tall and just overall a very tight course. The margin of error is very thin here.
Oh, absolutely. Most of the course. One wrong move or one bad throw will get you.
Oh yeah, no. One kick and your day is significantly different than it was before you threw that shot. Geoff here trying to get his 3. Butter. There you go. Geoff's a phenomenal putter. One of the premier forehands of our sport of all time, and putting for sure. And Marwede cleaning up his pretty easy 3 there. That's a good score. Like I said, 3 is definitely more like a birdie than a par.
Oh, absolutely. And here we have hole 5, 466 feet and a par 4. Big winding tunnel that takes you straight through a complete wooded area that takes you to an open basket towards the very end, which used to lead out to the pond, actually the river that, actually I guess it's a lake, Sanford Lake, that recently just had a dam collapse and flooded all 3 of the courses that were featured during the professional state championships.
Yeah, then adding to that is big kudos to the tournament staff for working diligently and really preparing these courses for state championships after a huge event as a dam breaking and flooding all the courses. That's no easy task. So kudos to yourself, Brent, and the rest of the tournament staff.
Thanks, Iggy. I appreciate it.
Yeah, hole 5 is definitely a par 4. Can for sure be eagled. In my practice round, both of my card mates actually eagled it. Shout out to Bino and Matt Murdoch. But I think essentially, I'm assuming you might agree with me here, Chris, is you're just really trying to get down the fairway as far and safely as possible off the tee. I don't think many people are attacking the basket off the tee here.
No, I'd have to say attacking the basket is really, really difficult on this hole. It would be all on luck. Placement shot would be great.
Yeah, just anything. And like this this is a hole where there's a lot of trees in the middle. Like there's trees in the middle. It's hard to really say there's an established route the whole way. You just try and get down there, and wherever you lie, pick some sort of a line or a shot to go for the pin. I don't think there's like just an obvious fairway or line for your second shot.
I'd agree with that. There looks like some really nice shots there, though.
Yeah, it looks like they're making light work of this hole. But yeah, you see Geoff scrambling, and this course will, if your scramble game isn't ready for a challenge, this course is gonna chew you up, because you're just gonna be in so many weird and spots where you can't have normal footing or run ups. So you have to have a lot of shots in your bag and be prepared to use them out here.
Sanford is definitely one of the more difficult courses in the area.
Yes, definitely hard. There's not many courses tighter than this, that's for sure. But we are in Michigan, so we are used to tight golf. Yeah, this course has old Mach 3s, which are pretty. They're definitely more common out west because they're made by DGA, and DGA is a company in Northern California. So the Mach 3s, especially these ones, don't make their way out to Michigan often. So a lot of the players they were a little unfamiliar with, every basket has different sweet spot, more likely to spit out on X, Y, Z spot. So these baskets were a little bit of a wild card.
Here's hole 6 and 222 feet, par 3. It's a nice little easy straight shot up to the basket sitting on top of a hill. The fairway's open. If you can hit the fairway gap, you should be sitting pretty.
Yeah, this basket, the hole is essentially straight. The basket's probably about 10 feet right, slightly up the hill. This is one of those holes where it might goat you into trying to go for the pin and hyzer, where in reality, if you just throw a dead straight shot, you're going to be 10 feet from the basket. That's often in disc golf, people see the basket as slightly right or slightly left, and they try and park it. Where, if you just throw a straight shot and don't worry about the left or right, you have a 10-footer. But that's
a really good point.
Yeah, so just simplify it. Just simplify the game. Take a 10-footer. And I think you would agree. No matter if you're an AM2, AM3 pro, 10-footer is something we all should be confident that we can make.
Not me.
But this is definitely, I would say, one of the more gettable holes on the course. There's a pretty distinct line, straight. I think most of the players, especially players that are trying to win, are really trying to get the 2 here. That's a really good putt from Marwede. Marwede is, to say he's an excellent putter might not be stating it properly enough. You know, he is phenomenal putter. You know, and my nickname for him is the elephant because when he putts, you know, his arm kind of moves similar like an elephant's nose does, or trunk, or whatever you want to call it. So I call him the elephant.
It's a great nickname. I did happen to have a chance to putt with him over the weekend in the finals there for the qualifying for the putting competition, and he ended up taking second. He did really well.
Oh, who took him down?
Zach did, our cameraman.
Nice, Zach. So here we got hole 7 on the course, 5 for the tournament. It's a left to right shot, pretty tight. This is one of the holes where being straight will actually end you in the rough, so you do have to turn a good bit. I would say most players are throwing a forehand if they have it. The fact that it's low ceiling and does turn, very difficult right-handed backhand shot. So forehand will definitely be the go-to shot for our competitors if they have it. That looked to be a good shot from Bennett there. If you're walking off the tee pad, scratching or rubbing your head, more often than not, the shot didn't work out as planned.
Not a good sign.
No, sir. Seems that we have a very forehand friendly card, which is very convenient for this course. This course has a lot of left to right shots, which obviously are good for forehands, and scrambling. You know, forehand is a very good scramble shot. So this course will definitely make you lean on your forehand if you have it.
Nice.
I know that because I can't throw forehands right now, and I could count the amount of times that I was frustrated by that fact. So.
It's always the most accurate stats when it's yourself.
It's like Bennett, circle's edge putt here. I'm going to say he makes it. Oh, nope. Made me a liar. I'm going to have to talk to him about that. No more embarrassing me in commentary, Geoff.
Oh, but Benjamin hit his, though.
Yeah, great putt, Ben. Great putt. Yeah, this is, definitely a 2-hole, a birdie hole. Not the easiest, though. It's just because that low ceiling, and it does turn a fair amount to the right.
Yeah, it's definitely a forehand friendly hole. Everybody threw forehands just like they did on hole 3.
Tell us about this one, Chris.
We have hole 8, 279 feet, par 3. You get this one. This one's the one that hooks hard to the left, and you have to go around through the trees, and there is a 6-foot fairway gap that is there, and other than that, it's just completely surrounded. There is a few hole patches through the left, but I wouldn't suggest taking them unless you hit a tree.
Yeah, Geoff actually has a really good idea here. So it does go right to left, which you would kind of assume right-handed backhand would fit. But because of the angle that it turns at, the right-handed backhand shot can't really hit the gap. So it's more of a forehand turnover line, which a lot of these players seem to realize. I'm always quick to see forehand lines, but it almost seems as if I'm quicker when my forehand is unavailable to me.
Yeah. Cody. Well, he didn't look completely disgusted.
That's always a good sign when you're not completely disgusted.
Right. Great up.
Marwede through the woods. Give that elephant. Let's see if he can make it. No.
Oh.
It does look like it warmed up a little bit for our competitors. I know I teed off at 10 o'clock, I want to say, maybe 10:15, and it was exceptionally cold. So it looks like it's not too cold for these guys.
Yeah, the first day on Friday morning, it was very cold Friday morning. I know I was personally in a gator in a four-wheeler trying to deliver all the T signs to the holes early in the morning, and that was cold.
Yeah, it was freezing, and had I known it was going to be cold, I probably would have scheduled a later tee time. But yeah, it was definitely cold. Probably my only round I've played in the last year and a half below 75 degrees, and it was a shock to the system. So. But it did warm up nicely. Typical September in Michigan. Cold in the mornings, pretty nice and warm in the evenings. So we got hole 9 on the course, hole 7 for the tournament. I think this course statistically played about 0.45 strokes under par. Pretty easy hole, only 188 feet. Pretty much everyone's going to be throwing a putter right at it, I would guess. You either are going to go for the large center gap. Oh, I forgot about overhand. Because it's very tight, the overhand does make sense for those people with good shoulders. I wouldn't know anything about that. But I think most people would probably be taking that overhand or throwing just a putter backhand right at it, not much to the hole.
Nope. As long as you can hit that straight gap, everything else shouldn't be an issue. Couple of good runs, though.
Yeah, really good runs. I actually aced this hole in our practice round. Yeah, I started off like 4-5, 5-4, ace or something like that. So is that a sidearm from Ben? It's a interesting choice. Looks like it worked out quite well, though. Can't argue with results. And we got the sidearm guy Cody going backhand.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised there myself.
But see, even if you don't have a great drive on this hole, you're still putting just because it's so short. You know what I mean?
Right. Easy 2.
Yeah, he doesn't take a whole lot of time on the putts. That's how you can really tell someone's confident on the green. What a great sidearm from Ben here. I didn't even think about throwing a forehand here, or that anyone would, but apparently it's a good idea.
I don't back in too often, but I would definitely back in this hole. Geoff for his 2-putt.
Looks like we got 3 birdies here, which I would say is pretty common. At least 2 people on every card birdieing, if not more.
Hole 10, 391 feet, par 3. Be hole 8 for the tournament layout. And this one tees off from the top of a hill. And as you can see, there's a fairway with a tree gap line in between like a four-wheeler trail and the actual fairway to the hole. The line is very tight, and getting it down through the top of the hill is usually a pretty good challenge.
I would agree. Yeah, definitely. And then the path you can see on the left side is actually plays like a creek. So if you're on that path, that little dirt road almost, you are OB, but left or right of it is safe. So I know that tricked up a lot of our competitors. A lot of people weren't even aware it was OB. So
I think
sometimes
that was a last minute thing.
Yeah, sometimes what you don't know can't hurt you. So I feel like a lot of people not knowing it was OB maybe led to some better shots. Because sometimes if the OB is there, and it's there, it can tighten you up a little bit. So.
Oh yeah, it gets you a little nervous. Comes Cody.
It's definitely It's a tough hole, but it's definitely birdieable with the executed shot. And Cody looks like he's up there, putting for birdie or has a chance at birdie. It's a hole that looks a lot farther than it is, and it's, like I said, downhill. So, as long as you put the right line on it, you can definitely have a chance for birdie. But if you're off the fairway on the right, it is quite unenjoyable. Oh, Ben with a big putt here, maybe? Let's see. Look at that. What a putt, Ben.
Good shot.
Good scramble. That was a true scramble for 3. Good job. Geoff trying to steal one for birdie there. Oh, just off. Looks like Marwede for 2. I bet he makes this.
Nope.
Man, these guys are really making me look good. I'm gonna have to have a chat with my buddies here. Like, come on.
There's one.
Nice solid putt from the knee.
Is that a birdie for Cody?
Yep.
I think so. Great too, Cody. Here we have course hole 11, tournament hole 9. One of the weirder holes I've seen, period, and definitely on this course. For a right-handed backhand, it's about a force-over flex that you want to come back left and find some sort of semblance of a gap through these trees. And, just kind of, this hole is a scramble. This one hole is one giant scramble, I would say. You can get a 2 and you can get a 6, and the difference between the shots would not be a whole lot.
I agree. This fairway on this hole is shaped like an S, and yeah, unfortunately, without following the fairway, there's no real open line to get there completely.
Yeah, and I 2'd it in practice, 4'd it in the first round, 6'd it the second round. So there's a lot of variance on this hole, I would say. Marwede looked like he piped one pretty good. Oh man, he got up there.
Oh yeah,
excellent shot. Like I said, he did his job. He hit it. He put the disc on the correct line and found a gap and got up there. This hole is like that. You have to throw the right shape, but then you also got to get a little bit of luck, to enter the trees at the right moment. I think I would say, if you came up to all of our competitors and said, do you want a 3 or do you want to play the hole? I think 110% of them would say, I'll take a 3.
Right. Especially when they're on the lead card.
Yeah,
it's a tough spot to get away.
Yeah, even for people that have been filmed often, it can be a little nerve-wracking for first-timers like Cody and Benjamin. Nice putt, Marwede. Great 2. Definitely, I'm going to look at the stats here. And how many 2s did we have? Marwede 2'd it. Nate Wegrin 2'd it. Johnny Cup 2'd it. And that was it. Just 3 players with the 2. So pretty excellent birdie there. Well, looks like that wraps up the front 9. We got Marwede at 4 under, Bennett at 4 under, Cody at 1 over, and Ben at 2 over. 4 under in the front 9. Those are some really, really solid scores. And Benji and Cody, they struggled a little bit, but still not all that bad, and plenty of time to make it up on the back 9.
Definitely.
Shout out to the sponsors, and we'll see you guys all on the back 9.